In October 2021, we got a request from Father Zane of St. John's Church in Maitland to restore the 3 stained glass windows in the front of the church. The 2 smaller lancet windows were made in the early 1920s in London, and the bigger window was made by Meyer in Munich, Germany. The stained glass artist was Frank Zettler. We started off by sealing the windows on the inside of the church to protect the furnishings against dust, as we were using chisels and grinders. As was the practice in those years, the windows was built directly into the walls of the church without proper window frames. It meant that we had to chisel the windows out of the cement to remove them for restoration. Doing it this way, it is inevitable that some of the thin borders of the windows will be damaged. Over the years, the windows was patched and sealed with silicone and some sort of glue as the lead started to oxidize, and quite a few pieces in the windows was cracked. To remove the silicone was quite a job in itself. The windows were completely stripped down, so we could re-lead all the glass pieces with new lead. All the broken and cracked pieces, as can be seen in the video, were removed and copied exactly, repainted and fired in a kiln. We used ordinary 3mm window glass as a base to copy the broken pieces. We were fortunate to have some of the green paint from Germany to color the glass with a green base coat before painting the detail on the glass. The whole copying process involves 3 to 4 firings in the kiln for each piece. We use a jewellery kiln for all the firings, and every firing is done at 700 degrees Celsius. It takes approximately 1.5 hours per firing to heat up and cool down. As can be seen in the video, all the pieces were covered with grime after 100 years, and the only way to clean the glass was to use steel wool and scrub every piece after all the paint and silicone was removed with scrapers. All the painting is done on a light table, and the paint is made up from very finely ground glass with colouring oxides and a binder, which will burn off during the firing process. Painting on glass is the reverse process of painting on a canvas. Here we cover the entire picture with paint and then remove the paint on a light table to let the light shine through. It is a process which sometimes requires several layers of paint, and the glass needs to be fired after each layer is applied. When we installed the restored windows back in the church, we installed them in aluminium frames. Instead of using the previously used reinforcing rods, we decided to install safety glass in front of the windows as well as at the back. The visual effect is much more pleasing than having the reinforcing rods in place, and it keeps the rain and corrosive atmosphere away from the windows.